Being a migrant, I understand how important communication skills are and how difficult for people who move to Australia to understand.
It's an English language and communication coaching app that's powered by advanced artificial intelligence to help people with English as a second language become great communicators. GetMee coaching app acts as a personal coach at their fingertips. It's very similar to having a personal coach.
With the GetMee application, we help people who migrated to Australia to get their skills faster and being more robust with their everyday lives.
GetMee means a lot to me because in a way it's a reflection of my life in Australia. Having come here as a refugee migrant, I know exactly what it takes to rebuild life here in a country like Australia. Often what we see is that communication and personal skills make the biggest difference.
Good day to everyone and welcome to our GetMee Roadshow event, Pacific Training Group. Hello to all of our students from our Sydney and Gold Coast campuses, our online students and our trainers. Hello also to all of our viewers from Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn and Twitter. I am Lila from Student Services.
And I am Liz from Student Services as well.
And we will be your hosts for today.
For our agenda today, Lila, we will introduce a partnership which we believe will be a great help to our students. So joining us today is the founder and the CEO of GetMee, Valendran Tavaraja Akavala. Hi Vala, welcome.
Hello Liz and Lila. It's great to be here. Welcome to all of our listeners. My name is Bala. I'm the founder and CEO of GetMee. I'm excited to present what GetMee App is all about and some of the new features.
Thank you, Bala. Thank you for giving us a bit of your time and welcome once again. We will be hearing more from you later on. So, to continue on, Liz, we were talking about this partnership between PTG and GetMee, which is completely free for our students to use.
Sounds promising, Lila. Can you tell us more about it?
I'd love to, but before that, if any of you guys have questions along the way, please feel free to leave comments or raise them up later during our Q&A session. All right, so PTG is excited to announce our partnership with GetMee Education. To start with, GetMee is a leading AI-driven education technology company, which offers an app for communication skills, training, and development. This app is called the GetMee App and has the following features. First, it has a user-friendly interface which can be accessed anytime and anywhere. It also has AI-powered coaching functions which provide personalized learning experiences tailored to the user's individual needs. The app focuses on critical areas needed in practical daily use such as communication, leadership, public speaking, conflict resolution, and problem solving. And finally, it has a real-time analysis and feedback mechanism which can track the user's progress and identify areas of improvement. Oh, Liz, sorry, we can't seem to hear you.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you again. Thanks, Liz.
Oh my god, I got scared. Thank you, Lila. So yeah, I was telling you that essentially the GetMee app is an AI-powered language and communication training app.
Liz, and this is going to be available for all of our students.
Sounds very helpful, Lila. At this point, let's go further for a deep dive of the features of this app. Let's divide them into 3 major points. The first one would be that we have GetMee English language training. The second one, GetMee capabilities and interactive and interview-ready feature. And the last one, GetMee progress and feedback tracker. For the English language training, this app aims to train the user's overall presentation, including sentiment, energy levels, emotions, and filler words. Demonstrated how to articulate, express, and intonate words to learn and master them. Also enrich and expand users' vocabulary and strength. Produce results for all videos watched and make suggestions specific to an individual. Will also improve fluency by reading paragraphs on particular topics provided. Will also improve conversation skills by watching videos and doing hands-on practice through phone calls. Will provide vocabulary to learn new words, their meaning and context, and practice reference sentences. Will teach slangs and idioms by providing videos about Australian culture and the commonly used slangs and idioms. And will ensure continuous improvement by providing regular feedback on verbal communication patterns and behaviors.
Thank you, Liz. So based on these, GetMee App's capabilities include personalized tasks, frequent training videos, reading topics, and making phone calls. And to provide holistic training and learning, GetMee is able to provide feedback using 3 helpful tools. First, the energy and emotions feature improves your speaking skills and evaluates your pronunciation and clarity. You can even call your friends and family through the app, and the AI will evaluate your performance. Next, the pronunciation feature provides instant feedback on your speaking skills. The AI will underline the part of a word or sentence that needs improvement and gives you tips on how to improve your pronunciation. And finally, the vocabulary function is designed to expand your vocabulary and enable you to excel in your academic and professional career, ace interviews, and improve conversation skills. GetMe's AI technology processes language to then analyze spoken communication and provide personalized feedback and coaching.
Wow, there are so many features in this, Laila. Now, at this point, let's explore how our students can use this promising app.
Students will register with PTG Student Support and will receive a text message and an email with the download link. Once registered, you'll see the main tabs on the homepage: Energy and Emotions, Vocabulary, Pronunciation, Courses, and the comprehensive AI Interview Ready feature. Bala will demonstrate this new feature later on. Let's watch this video for a quick explainer on these main tabs.
Now that you downloaded the app, let's have a look at some of the key features on the homepage. There's 3 major tabs within the GetMee homepage: Energy and Emotions, Pronunciation, and Vocabulary. With Energy and Emotions, you can speak and get scored on your speaking skills while also calling friends and family to evaluate your pronunciation and clarity. Our AI-powered pronunciation feature instantly provides feedback on how to improve your speaking skills. In addition, our vocabulary section is designed to help you succeed in your professional career while personalized tasks and videos from certified human coaching. Our point system tracks your progress and encourages you to practice and improve. Our human coaching videos are accredited and relevant to your personalized learning journey. With My Tasks, you can practice your communication skills in real-life scenarios. So what are you waiting for? Start using the app and become a master communicator today. Thanks for watching.
As mentioned in the video, we also have videos in class as well as a point system. At the bottom menu bar, just click on the Watch tab and you will have access to the personalized AI coaching program. Micro-learning videos from over 40 international accredited courses made by certified human coaches. Beside it, you can see the My Task tab, which shows the tasks assigned based on the above learning areas. These videos and tasks build on the pronunciation, vocabulary, and verbal communication tasks using AI to recommend videos and tasks that will help build your communication skills based on areas that you need to improve on. The GetMee app tracks your progress and moves past tasks when completed, increasing your points and tracking your improvements in communication.
Thank you for that, Liz. In addition to the point system, you can view points by simply going into the app and viewing your report. The report breaks down energy level, emotion, how you come across, and your speech speed. So it's really like having your own personal communication coach. You can also learn how to earn points from your settings profile. This point system is designed to be a guide, showing you the areas you need to improve. The more you practice, the more points you'll earn. The goal is to help everyone using the app to become a master communicator and excel in life.
I'm sure our students will benefit a lot from this partnership, Laila. So at this point, let's discuss how our students can get started.
Sure, Liz. So all PTG students will have many opportunities to register for the GetMee app. First, students can register during orientation. Existing students have received an invite to the live events, and early registrations commenced last month. From the 10th to the 14th of July, all classes will be visited to provide students information on GetMee and the opportunity to register. Bella will also be joining us in the Sydney campus on Tuesday, July 11th, to introduce the GetMee app to our students. All students will receive an email with a link to this live event recording and a tutorial video. Students can then register for the app. The registration process is very quick and very easy. Step 1, you need to register with PTG Student Support. Step 2, you'll receive a text with the download link. Step 3, you can download the app and enter your details. And step 4, you can start using the app.
Very easy and straightforward, Laila. And at not additional cost to our students, this partnership aims to add to our students' overall learning. Let's watch this video for a testimonial from one of the GetMee students.
We all are migrants. So we are from different countries. So English is not our first language. So GetMee app is really helpful to improve the communication skill and to gain the confidence level. Like now, when we have to go for public speaking, we always found it's a bit hard. Like no, but GetMee app, like no, and for pronunciation also, it's so good. Like now, if you make some mistake, then you can repeat again. So yeah, this is so good. Yeah, I will definitely recommend. Like no, whoever coming from the other country, that's new migrants, this GetMee app is really helpful for them, because that's how they can improve their communication skill, pronunciation, and get their confidence level up. So yeah, I'll definitely prefer to use GetMee app for the new migrants. Not only new migrants, but those who are studying, and this GetMee app is really helpful for everyone.
That was a wonderful video, don't you think so, Liz? And at this point, we are honored to have with us a guest from the GetMee team. Let's welcome once again, Bella.
Hello, Laila. Hello, Liz. Thanks for having me. I'm going to go through some of the key features of the app and also maybe demonstrate our newest addition, the Interview Ready TM, that allows candidates to practice dynamically for any role in any industry. It's really exciting. So am I able to share my screen at this stage?
Yes.
Fantastic. So the good news is that all of Pacific Training Group students have access to all of the features. The Interview Ready feature will be available next week, but if you download the app this week, you'll be able to see energy and emotions, pronunciation and vocabulary. And then next week, when you update the app, Interview Ready will be available. So when you come onto the app as a student, the idea is to utilize the AI features to continuously improve some of the core aspects of verbal communication: clarity, pronunciation, how you're sounding, how you're actually presenting in your conversation when you're talking to people. They are all important to succeed in a country like Australia, where communication and interpersonal skills matter a lot more than technical skills, because if you have mastered the language and communication skills, you can lead people, you can bring people together and get projects done and create big impact. Technical skills are important, but they have a limitation in terms of how far you can go through the corporate career ladder. Okay, so when you come on to the app, you'll be able to work on energy and emotions. This is where you can actually call one of your fellow students or family member and get real-time feedback on how you're sounding, where your energy is, what type of vocabulary you have. They're all insights that you need to have access to so you can become aware of your communication habits and continue to improve. The idea behind the app is to really understand where you need to improve in an objective manner. So when the AI tells you your sounding of a particular syllable isn't quite right, it's really looking at patterns. So it's noticed the same pattern several times. That's how it's able to pinpoint that's where you need to improve. The second area is pronunciation AI. This is a very dynamic and real-time feedback system. I can speak into the app words or sentences and get feedback from the AI on how clear I'm sounding, if I'm pronouncing all of the syllables in the right way. So let's see an example. I have issues with R sounds. Therefore, the AI should be able to pick up that issue when I pronounce a word with R sound. Reverse. There you go. So my sound wasn't even clear, so it's picked up a different word. So let's try it again. Retrospective. You can see that sounded really well. So let's go back and try reverse again. Reverse. See that I really have issues with that word. So I'm going to try and type it in and see how close I sound. Reverse. There you go. So it's not very clear. So it's highlighting how I can make that sound correctly by placing my tongue at the right place and how to move my lips to make those sounds clearly. So while I'm using the app, it's really profiling patterns. So it now knows that I have issues with R sounds in certain syllables and not clear. So therefore, as I'm using the app, it's going to really go and create tasks for me to go and practice those sounds. So as I'm using the app, it's going to personalize a sequence of tasks for me to go and address those sounds. Vocabulary is very similar, where you can actually select what type of words you want to introduce into your vocabulary by selecting from this category list, and then the AI would give you words every day. At the start, it will try to measure where your vocabulary is by giving you reading topics and content for you to read, and then on a daily basis, you will get words delivered to you. As you're using the app, the AI is really measuring where you are and then how much improvement you're making on a daily basis. As you continue to use, you'll be able to gain points. And the idea is that if you consistently use the AI and the features, you're going to make improvements and gain points in order to progress through this spectrum of stages. As you can see, there's a lot of excitement and gamification in the app to encourage students to come back and use the app regularly. The idea is that if you're consistently practicing, you would see improvement. The data that we have shows if a student puts in 20 minutes a day, over the 2 months period, they have 20 to 30% improvement in their clarity and how they sound. It's phenomenal. Now I'm going to quickly show you the interview ready feature. This is coming out next week. This is where you can go and speak to the app about the role you want to interview for, and then practice with the app using real-world interview questions for that particular role, and then get coached as well. As you're answering interview questions, the AI would coach you on how to really reframe the sentences, how to connect with the question, etc. So let's go through an example. I'm going to interview for an accounting assistant role with Pacific Training Group in Sydney, and see how the AI is able to then give me some questions that are typically asked by Pacific Training Group for that role, and then what kind of feedback I'm going to get for my responses. Hi, my name is Bala. I would like to apply for an accounting assistant role with Pacific Training Group in Sydney, Australia. My background is accounting and finance. I've been in this industry for 5 years. As you can see, it's basically asking you to describe the role, and anything else you can tell the AI. So it can actually personalize the interview experience. So you can see that it's picked up what I said. Let me see if I can activate the audio as well. So
I'm excited about this one.
yeah, so it's understood that I'm looking for accounting assistant roles. Particularly, I'm applying for a role at Pacific Training Group. Now, at this point, I can basically get an understanding around how I sounded when I responded to that question. So there was no energy probably, so I sounded neutral. I can go and get a better answer, better way to describe that as well. There's a little bit of lag, should show up eventually. So there you go. So it's basically saying a better response might be, in addition to my 5 years of experience in accounting and finance, I'm also proficient in QuickBooks and Excel. So it's trying to make sure that I'm highlighting some of the skills to promote my experience and skills. Now it's asking me another question. Can you provide a brief summary of your relevant skills and qualifications for this position? I have got 5 years of experience in accounting, mostly in small to medium companies, budgeting, forecasting, bookkeeping, and also operational aspect of finance. As you can see, I've never been an accounting assistant, but I'm going through this interview. So the idea here is, you're by responding to real interview questions and getting feedback, you're building confidence. So a lot of the time, the candidates struggle to get through interviews, not because they don't have the skills to match the role profile. It's that they can't promote their skills and experiences to convince the interviewer that they have what it takes to fit in that role. So there you go. So it's now, yes, it's reset for some reason, but you can go through the interview, and at the end, it would also give me an IBR score. That's about where I am in terms of the industry expectation for that role. So I'm getting coached by the GetMee AI, and I'm also getting an understanding around where I stand in terms of the profile for that particular role across the world. So I hope this gives the students an insight into the capabilities and what they can do with the app and the benefits. The more you practice, the better your skills are going to get. Therefore, if you're putting in a little bit of time, it doesn't have to be hours of practice. Even if you put in 10, 20 minutes a day, the improvement that you would see at the end of 2-3 months will be amazing. Thank you so much. That concludes my demo. Obviously, the teachers and administrators are able to set some tasks on the dashboard as well to fit in with the courses the students will be doing. But already within the app, they're able to practice and improve all of the core areas of their communication.
Thank you, Bella. Thank you for your wonderful insights. We have been preparing a lot for this partnership, and it's wonderful to finally have it live and ready for our students to use. We look forward to the benefits and learning that our students will definitely gain from this partnership and the GetMee app.
Now, with all that we have discussed, I'm sure some of our students and viewers have questions. So we will address these questions, and with the help of our GetMee team, we hope to answer all of them. So let's see which will be your first question. There you go. So how will Interview Ready fast track interview preparations and ensure future success?
That is a really, really good question, Liz. Like I mentioned, a lot of the time when candidates interview for roles, it's not that they don't have the technical skills. What we see through data and years of research is that they're not able to promote their skills and experience with confidence. This is where the GetMee AI comes to play a key role, because it allows you to practice your responses. You can go through the interview process and get different kinds of questions as well every time, and you respond, you reframe your responses, you make sure you're highlighting your strengths and experiences. So when you actually go in for the interview, you're well prepared, you're well rehearsed, you sound confident, and that comes through. So it's going to give you the access to real-time interview questions, real-world questions, and feedback on how you respond to those questions, and then get coached as you go along. So you're not only preparing for interview, you're improving communication skills across the board.
Thank you, Vala. It's going to be very helpful for our students for sure.
Okay, so for our next question, is the GetMee app suitable for all proficiency levels from beginners to advanced learners?
Absolutely, Lila. That's the beauty of machine learning and AI technology. When students come onto the app, the AI is going to make an assessment around where they are in terms of their communication skills. That's what allows the GetMee AI to help beginners as well as advanced communicators. We all have to improve, but because we use machine learning and AI, we are able to benchmark and measure where individuals are. That allows us to then personalize the coaching to match their level.
Thank you, Bella. That sounds great for our students.
Okay, we have our next question. How does the GetMee app track student progress and provide feedback on our language skills? Is the data safe?
Data is absolutely safe. We designed the app using privacy by design principles from the very beginning, because we knew the students would be, or the users would be, making phone calls through the app. So it had to be safe and private and secure. How does the app track progress? A simple example is that if you're sounding unclear with certain sounds, and as you're using the app, the AI and machine learning algorithms would know how much progress you're making across those sounds. So it's very individualized measuring and feedback system to pinpoint where you need to improve, and also give you the feedback on how you're going with that improvement. So you will be able to see after a month, the AI would tell you how much progress you've made and how clear you're sounding with those sounds that you normally struggle with.
Thank you, Vala.
Okay, and for our next question, what is the recommended usage time or frequency for using the GetMee app to see significant improvements in language skills? What a great question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. That's going to come down to the individual's sort of commitment and how much time they're spending. But some features are going to give you immediate feedback and improvement. For example, interview ready, pronunciation, vocabulary, they are real-time systems. Therefore, you would use it a couple of times and you can see the changes as well, improvements as well. So for example, if you're answering a interview question, and you had a lengthy answer that could be more succinct, highlighting some of your key strengths, then you can go back and practice and improve immediately as a result. But some of the other areas might take some time. For example, if your energy isn't where it needs to be, you're coming across as a low energy communicator, that requires a bit more practice and go through some more tasks, personalized tasks to improve, because energy and emotions, they require a bit more work. So depends on how much time you put in. Some areas you would see immediate improvement, some will take time.
Thank you, Bella. I believe that was our last question for today. So thank you everyone for your participation, and we hope we were able to address all of your concerns. Don't worry, if you still have questions, we will be having our information drive in this, and we'll be happy to assist you in any way that we can.
Thank you, Laila. Thank you, Bala. And thank you once again to our guest from the GetMee team, which is Bala. It is lovely to have you here with us. Do you have a final word of encouragement to our viewers, Bala?
Thank you so much for having me on today. Consistency brings better results across everything we do in life. Again, communication and language skills improvement requires consistency with your practice. So if you're downloading the app, go in there once a day, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then the results in 2 months' time will be phenomenal. You'll be surprised. So be consistent with your practice. We can make it exciting as well by adding some really good content. I'm looking forward to meeting some of your students on the 11th of July.
Yeah, we are excited also to have you here and meet them. They will for sure have so many questions for you. But thank you so much for your time today, Bala. And with that, I believe we are ready to wrap up for today, Laila.
Yes, we are, Liz. So on behalf of the Pacific Training Group team, I would like to thank everyone for joining the GetMee Roadshow event, Pacific Training Group. Once again, if you have any concerns or questions, feel free to reach out to us at Student Services, and we're more than happy to help.
This has been your host, Liz and Laila. See you around and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Being a migrant, I understand how important communication skills are and how difficult for people who are moving to Australia to understand.
It's an English language and communication coaching app that's powered by advanced artificial intelligence to help people with English as a second language become great communicators. GetMee coaching app acts as a personal coach at their fingertips. It's very similar to having a personal coach.
With the GetMee application, we help people who migrated to Australia to get their skills faster and being more robust with their everyday lives.
GetMee means a lot to me because in a way it's a reflection of my life in Australia. Having come here as a refugee migrant, I know exactly what it takes to rebuild life here in a country like Australia. Often what we see is that communication and personal skills make the biggest difference.